tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
They'll challenge your authority because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. Again, it's time for the halftime report from Viking Hall here in Bristol, Tennessee. On the Tennessee side, a lot of fouls in the first half of that one. Had 10-plus on the girls' varsity team and about 7 or 8 for Tennessee High. Coach Sidnor again joining us here. First quarter, let's look at some of the scoring differentials here. First quarter, 14-8, Tennessee High outscored Virginia High. Second quarter, 15-11. The second quarter, we didn't have the amount of fouls called for either team. They kind of got in some sort of rhythm, some semblance of rhythm. It's really hurt both teams, all the stoppages.
Well, right now, in that second quarter, I felt like we did play a lot better. All we got to do is get them out of that press, and once we break that, and we broke it a few times late there and got some easy buckets. So if we can do that and start getting into a rhythm, they're gonna have to get out of it. Right now, they're gonna stay in it until they get in foul trouble or until we show that we can break it. So and I don't blame them. That's exactly what I would do if I was a coach.
The Cats are already out shooting here during this halftime. It was about 3 minutes to go in the half, and the Lady Cats already out here putting up some shots and trying to get some extra, a little bit more going here in the second half. Again, only 19 points in the first half. And we talked about how they're 5-1 this year when they reach 50 or more points, so they're going to have to do some work to get to 50 tonight. It's still not out of range. But
no. I mean, and you never know. I mean, we get hot in those quarters, and we'll score 20-plus in one quarter. So, I mean, you don't know. But I felt, I really do feel like right now, and we've had some, we had some miscommunication on defense here down low, and like I said in the pregame, we can't let them get those easy buckets. Make them work for it. So I think we're fine. We're fine.
All right, so a 9-point lead for Tennessee High. Let's talk real quick some adjustments. What do you think Coach Timmons is saying at half?
I think he's told the girls that, hey, girls, come on, in the long run, this game really doesn't mean anything. It's bragging rights, okay? And but you want to win it. And tell our girls to calm down. It was a bad half for us. But you look at the scoreboard, where everything seemed to go right for Tennessee High. Everything went wrong for us, and we're only down by 10. And so we're fine. We got to play smart in this second half. Don't do anything. Don't give me silly fouls. Play aggressive. I felt like we got in foul trouble early, and we hurt us trying to rebound the ball, hurt us trying to go for the steal, hurt us for trying to get jump balls because we were scared that any kind of contact we we're going to get another foul. So just relax, come out here and play this third quarter, play aggressive, and then if we get called, and we'll adjust from there.
And there's still some depth left on this roster, but not much. I mean, as far as within the starters, everybody seems to have at least 2 fouls. And Allie Sidnor has 2. Taylor Owens with 3. I think Jada has 2, maybe 1. I'm not sure about Jada, but And then, of course, Amaya, she's got 2 or 3 for her. So, again, you're going to be playing a little bit, that's going to be in their minds, the foul count for them. So,
well, you got to be smart here. Like, we got to play pressure defense. We got to go for the steals, but you got to be smart here. If you don't have the position, just play defense. Okay.
And after this game, we'll do the boys' varsity game from here at Viking Hall between the Cats and the Vikings. So we'll see how that one goes. The boys, again, coming off a win over Marion last night. That was a good win for the Cats, and it looks like they're going to have a little bit more bodies to put out on the floor from yesterday. They were playing with about 7 or 8 last night. So,
but to me, that gains confidence. Hey, we were short and we still won a big district win there. So that they should come in confident tonight. And then if you do have some extra bodies, hey, last night we could have used it, but we won without you, and so that builds even more momentum and more confidence.
So again, that game will come up about 15 minutes after this one is over. So we'll have it here on Bearcat Radio. Also, tonight's games are brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol, and also BSN Sports in Bristol. And, Coach, real quick, we got 40 seconds to go until we start the third period. What do you expect in the second half? What has to happen for the Cats to get back in? I mean, take it out of officiating real quick.
Right. The only thing we could do at this point, we have to rebound, and we have to play good defense. If we need to, drop back in the zone. And we cannot fall for the pump fakes. Make them. They want to go inside, so don't fall for that. If they're going to settle for those jumpers and stuff like that, they're not a great shooting team. They have one kid who's a pretty good shooter when she's wide open. Don't fall for that. They're going to go inside.
Yeah, but you're right. The majority of shots that they have made are right underneath the basket, usually wide open in transition. So Tennessee High will get it to open the second half. Cats will open the half with Amaya Lee on the floor, Taylor Owens, Kerrigan Bailey, who hasn't been out there very much, Allie Sidnor, and Jada Cowell as they try to put some pressure on here to open the half. Richards had it, got it out to Minor out on the top of the key. And that's where you want her catching the ball, as they'll work it around here as Rhodes has it, right corner, throws it back. Minor tries to get it inside. Kerrigan Bailey got a hand on it and tipped it. So Bailey comes up with the steal, and here come the Cats. Work it.
Get some points right here.
Calm here.
Give it to Taylor, give it to Jada, and see if they can get hot.
Taylor's going to step back out and go over to the right wing. Get it inside. Jada trying to drive, and they'll get a foul. Actually, a charge on Minor, or on Jada, as Minor slid in there and got the charge call. Good play by Addison to get the turnover.
Again, what do you do?
29-19, and again, I'd like to see the stat on the number of possessions the Bearcats have had where they haven't even gotten a shot off tonight, because it's been quite a few. 29-19, Tennessee High with the lead. Neither team has even gotten to shoot the ball at this point here in the first opening minute of this second half. Minor trying to drive.
Don't fall for a move right there. They're not going to shoot it from outside, except for 5.
15 drives it inside. That's Walker with the right hand and got it at 31-19. We're getting to the point now where, you got to start making a move if you're the Cats, as they get it to Owens. She drives it up right wing, dishes it off to Campbell. She makes a shot for 3 and keeps them right back in it, cuts it back to 9 again. She's done that several times tonight. Right when Tennessee High gets out to a double-digit lead, she cuts it back to single. They get it back out on the wing. A quick 3 taken by Richards. She misses short, but she gets her own board and puts it back in. Not much you can do about that. You got to box out. 33-22.
And that's what I said. We have to be able to rebound here.
Jada trying to drive, right hand. She goes underneath to Bailey, and that's a good play. Bailey lays it in.
Put some pressure on here.
Now Owens is going to try to put pressure on. They lose the dribble. Sidnor comes up with it, still dribbling it. Coach Timmons calls a timeout, but
that was smart.
That was smart, but Allie was going to do it herself. When she had it dribbled, she got back up while she was dribbling. She learned that from you.
Well, we've talked about that a lot.
Well, when you end up on the floor when you're pressing as much, that's definitely a talent to have. As far as Coach Timmons calls a timeout. I don't think it's too bad to get a timeout here either. I mean, you've cut it back to. It's 33-24 at the moment. You've got the ball back.
And then this is what I'm talking about. We can still, even if we drop back in the zone, things like we can still play aggressive. We can still get steals. We've got to be smart about it. But like I said, the two biggest things right now: play aggressive defense, be smart about it, and we got to rebound. Down there, that should have been. We should have rebounded going back the other way. We can't give them second look at the basket,
especially when they're as hot as they are right now, getting inside. Most of their points are coming inside the paint. When they miss, you got to take advantage. Sideline inbounds as Lee throws it into Bailey. Back to Lee. She dribbles it around the right wing. She gets an open look for three. Nobody came out to guard her, but she missed. Ball's loose. Sidnor comes down with the offensive board. The Cats will get a second chance opportunity. Owens for three. Not a great look, but it almost went in. Hit off the front of the rim on the right side. And Minor drags down the board. 33-24 as the Vikings take it back up at the top of the key. It is Hatcher, the senior point. Get it back out to Hatcher, driving around right wing. Open look in the corner for Richards. Rattles out for three. Owens tips it. It goes out of bounds. They say it goes off of Owens. It'll stay Tennessee high ball down on the baseline on the far side.
But even with those, that was out on us. But even with those, we got to bring those down. It's another possession for Tennessee High here.
Hatcher gets it on the baseline inbounds, trying to probe through that right wing on the baseline extended. She gets it back out, though.
And like I said, right now, Tennessee High is not going to shoot from out here. I mean, don't go for the move here. Like, play good defense. If they throw up a three right here, that's fine.
Minor stepped out, tried to drive from the wing. Now a long three taken, a
there
miss.
Go.
Good rebound on the backside as Sidnor comes down with it, forces a pass across court. Campbell, right hand, got it.
Good job.
Underneath, and Richards ended up on the floor, but Campbell avoided contact. It probably would have been a charge if not, because she was in position. But Jada with a good dribble move. We got a turnover on the Vikings.
This is what I'm talking. This is what we had to do. Come out, be aggressive here. We're getting some rebounds, we're getting some turnovers, and we're turning them into points.
Aaron Walker charged with a travel and a turnover on the Vikings. 33-26 as the Cats trying to claw back in. 33-26 again here with 4:50 to go in the third period. Vikings have led all night. Hit a three to open it up as Owens had it at the top and gets it to Sidnor. Kerrigan Bailey over in the corner. Probably need to go ahead and get Bailey down in the post as Campbell tries to drive. Owens back out on the left wing, drives right hand, rattles around and goes down or goes out. Minor gets the board. Now Hatcher dribbling against Sidnor. She beats her to the inside, goes back out as they get it down on the block. Sidnor with the double team, but leaves her wide open.
You can't leave her open.
Richards for three, and she puts it in. Lambert calls timeout. And I'm sure Coach Timmons not happy, though. He's not happy with Amaya after that timeout. Allie went for the double team underneath in the post, which was not all that bad because they were kind of freaking out about it, but then you left a good three-point shooter, Richards.
Their shooter, you can't leave her open.
It's back to a 10-point lead for Tennessee High.
And that's what I'm talking about. Right now we have to be smart here. Have to be smart.
That's the thing, though. When you're bringing so much pressure, you're leaving every time you're double teaming, somebody's open. So you got to sort of pick and choose. But you got to communicate.
But she's the one you don't, and that's what Coach Timmons is mad about right now. We're not communicating right now. That's what he's mad about. We're not communicating.
Yeah, and Amaya, I guess, being the captain really of this team, he's wanting her to be more vocal.
Right. Well, he said it. He's going to be hard on his point guards.
Now Sidnor takes it on the inbounds, drives a double team. Minor comes up with a steal. They'll get it to her in transition. Another easy layup, and that's an easy 2 points. Back to a 12-point lead for Tennessee High. Trying to push it here, and they get a foul. A little bit of contact on Walker. Maybe those are starting to come back. It didn't look like much, but we'll take it. Just a little bit of an elbow, I guess, there. She sort of grabbed on the right near the waist of Lee. 38-26, Cats will get the ball after the foul. And we'll get it inbound to Bailey, who dishes it back out to Lee. Now Campbell dribbles it around. She's hit a couple of threes. Here's another one on the way. Misses off the inside. Rebound goes off of Tennessee High, and it'll stay down here with the Cats. Good play by Bailey there not to reach.
Smart.
Something that's odd that we haven't seen the past 2 days. I mean, in a game and a half now, almost a game and 3 quarters of this one. We've not seen an over-the-back call yet in the last 2 games.
Well, I'll be honest with that. We really haven't seen it called that much this year altogether.
Lee gets it over in the corner after the baseline inbounds. So far the fouls 1-1 apiece. Bailey sets a screen for Lee, dribbles it around the right wing. Now Owens with it. Tried to work off a screen from Lee, but gets double-teamed out of it. And now Campbell with it on the right, and she kind of carried it there. So it'll be a turnover on the Cats. 12-point lead for the Vikings. They'll get it back.
It's those little situations right there. There was a little hiccup there in her dribble, but I don't really know if I call that. I think Hallie Hatcher does it a lot. She carries the ball a lot. If you watch her.
Oh, yeah. You can see a little bit. 38-26. They get it to Minor on the right side of the block. She throws it back out to the top to Hatcher. That's Haley Hatcher. Hatcher trying to drive against Sidnor. Sidnor working.